Hello, I'm Alun Jones and I'm a certified coach and facilitator of awesomeness. I'm also a co-host of a radio show called The Playground of Possibilities, and I love inspiring and empowering people all around the world to embrace and acknowledge even more of the awesomeness they be and have shed loads of fun as they do. The change I wish to create in a world is a world where kindness prevails and judgment is obsolete. A place where people have fun choosing what works for them rather than against them. And to have a world where kindness prevails, that's got to start with ourselves. It's got to start with us not judging ourselves. These videos I'm doing for Glenyce for this series, I've had to do a number of different takes, and I noticed myself judging myself as I was doing that. Stop it. That's what was great for me, is I can look at it and go, wow, okay, interesting point of view. And I let that go. And me being willing to be that vulnerable and go, hey, look, I cock up and I don't judge myself for it, can be such an inspiration to others. So that's what I'd love to create in a world where we don't put ourselves down for having to do things 6 or 7 times, if that's what it takes to get it in some way right. And, what would the world be like if we were kind to ourselves or kind to other people? I realise I'm using that word quite a lot. And you know what? A world where people are willing to be themselves, no matter what that looks like. So how much fun can we have being ourselves without making ourselves wrong or making somebody else wrong for not being the same? And that's what I'd really love to invite people to. Be you without apology. What inspires me to keep creating this change in the world is not just the effect that it has on my life. I've noticed my own life changing. The more I'm kind to me, the more I don't put myself down. And what I love is when somebody can look at that and decide that they want that too. That they want to live in a world where they don't put themselves down or get caught up in judging themselves or other people. And, when people message me to say, do you know what? I've made this change in my life and everything turned around for me. Everything just feels so much better, and I was able to help and contribute to this person, and I've stopped making myself wrong for this. That really inspires me when I see people really, truly valuing the awesomeness they are and acknowledging just what a freaking awesome gift that is to the whole world. That inspires me to continue going. It inspires me to look for new ways to get people to, or encourage people to see the value of not judging themselves, of being kind. And when you see kind of things changing in the world where people are kind to each other, it just keeps me going. Lets me know that something is possible rather than self-criticism and judging other people. So, yeah, what kindness can you be for you today? So have I ever wanted to quit? Hell yeah. And most definitely. Those days where I wake up and I see, what seem to be atrocities on the news of people bombing each other, people being unkind to each other, or, stories of people taking their own life because they felt so depressed and alone that, they had no other option open to them. That I wake up and think, what is it all about? Why should I even bother when all of this is going on? I can never make an impact. All of that stuff that comes up when we're looking at go, I'm just wasting my time. I'm just one person. So yes, I have felt that way. And do you know what? All of that is just a way that we stop ourselves from being who we truly be, that will create the change. Whether that change is now, whether that's in 50 years. That's the thing that kind of keeps me going as well, is knowing that the change that I would love to create isn't going to be instant. And so what else is possible? It encourages me to ask a question about, okay, so what else can I be and contribute to changing that? My advice to those people desiring to be their greatness, the greatest piece of advice I can give you is to stop judging you and making yourself wrong. And that's it. It's like, it is such a gift when you see people not judging themselves. It is for me anyway. And that's, for me, that's one of the greatest things that ever has inspired me to choose to be more kindness in the world, is it starts with me. Be kind to you. So when I notice myself kind of judging myself, stop it. So you do that too. Stop judging yourself. Stop making yourself wrong. And I get that that can be challenging if much of your life you've been told you're bad, wrong, or stupid, or whatever. None of that is true. None of that is true. And you know, that's what I would say to you, is be aware that none of that is true. So stop judging you. When you notice you're judging you, stop it. And surround yourself with people who actually do have your back. People who are willing to support you and your choices no matter what. People who don't put you down. And even if that means just going into another room and listening to a radio show that is inspiring you. You know, what would be the greatest kindness for you? Because that's it. It's like, when you're kind to you, you can be kind to the world, and the world changes. So what kindness can you be for you today? I wonder.